The Damon Runyon Fellowship is a really prestigious fellowship, and so of course I was very happy to have received it, and it's a really important milestone in my scientific career.
It's such a great honor to be a part of the organization and to be a member of essentially the scientific family that has produced so much great work and so many amazing scientists.
When we think about cancer now, it's not one disease. And it's not even just breast cancer versus colon cancer anymore. It's really looking at the specific genetic nuances of every particular tumor. And so we're not going to treat all lung cancer the same. We're not even going to treat all non-small cell lung cancer the same. But we're going to treat somebody who has an EGFR mutation, or an ALK mutation, or a ROS1 mutation as completely discrete and different tumors from one another.
I study cancer metabolism, so I look at the pathways by which cancer cells take up nutrients to fuel their growth. I was on the track team as an undergraduate in college, and I was really interested in how muscles worked, how they got energy, and why they got tired specifically, especially the tired part. And so I started working in a metabolism lab, and it turns out these basic questions of how cells use energy and how to fuel their basic processes is relevant to a lot of human diseases, especially cancer, because cancer is a disease of growth, and growth requires fuel, and that's a metabolic question at its heart.
The quest has been to understand what distinguishes the people who respond and who don't. And so what we have been thinking about is that possibly the flavor of your immune response is important. So if you have the wrong type of immune response in the tumor, then these therapies that take the brakes off your immune response won't help. And so the idea is if we can understand the mechanisms of how the immune responses are initiated, we can use that to develop therapies that push things towards the right kind of response. And if you can get the right kind of immune response going, what we've seen is that you get durable remission. I mean, you might be even able to call it a cure.
When I initially proposed this project, even to our institution, there was like an internal grant going around. I was actually flatly rejected. They said this is too high of a risk, and you know, oncolytic viruses don't really work. And, you know, maybe you should try to do something else. You know, pick another project, submit something that's a little bit more promising. So meanwhile, I worked a little bit more on the proposal and then submitted this to Damon Runyon, and which is famous for funding high-risk, high-reward ideas. And in my case, it actually turned out to be successful. We were able, to generate the findings that are now going to be very translatable to the patients.
Damon Runyon is like bringing you to a family. You feel like, especially like when you first start, like people send email to you to welcome you to the Damon Runyon family. It's sort of automatically connects me to the other fellows, which are excellent scientists. So I just can talk to them, like, or asking them for help or for their expertise to set up collaborations, like brings the scientists together. So that's a very, very important aspect. Once you are a Damon Runyon Fellow, you will always be a Damon Runyon Fellow, yes.